Adiós. Ya por ahí.
Even good players, they players are good, but they have to. Zika.
Yes.
Chok. Oh, so I'm right.
Warm up. Yeah.
You're done?
Yeah, almost. Yeah? Yes, sir. We are finishing. After this is the final. We are very done.
No, you did. So I think now it's been designed.
Come on. This one is warm up. My brother. I'm sorry. Francis. Francis. Versus what? 11. And the final still be 11 also.
A very good afternoon to you. Coming live from Billiards Cafe in Lusaka. Now there is this and then one other match, and then we have 4 days of action to completion. It is the last day of November, but also the last day of action today once again in the city of Lusaka. That has been the toast of African pool for the last 4 days, where we have been having one of the most eagerly awaited truly African events. It is an annual FF competition that happens with $4,000 normally as the prize for number one, and cash prizes for the top 8 participants. This match is one of 2 semi-finals that are being streamed which is being streamed on 3 platforms: Break and Finish Live Facebook, Q Pixels Photography Facebook, as well as Peter Chove Live YouTube. And presenting to you the audio of this video, my name is Simon Peter Chove. It is between the 2023 champion Stanford Griven Ginte, all the way from Malawi, donning all black with grey canvas. Then Cesar Chandiga, who has never won this competition. He simply came third in the 2023 edition to Ginte. He's donning white with navy blue pants. The 2 players are racing to 11 for a place in the grand final that shall be played between the winner and then the winner of the second final between Rohit Kabwe of Zambia. He is taking on Jeremiah Naido from South Africa. Race to 11. Caesar versus Ginte from Uganda and Malawi respectively for a place in the final. 1 frame has been played and has been won by Caesar. As a matter of scores, there is a scoreboard top of the screen with the black, yellow and red for Caesar, the black, red and green for Ginte in a race to 11. This is the second frame of the match, perhaps being won by Ginte. Potting yellow, moving the cue ball towards the middle of the table off the cushion with the perfect cue ball. He plays with speed and accuracy and vigor and wins the frame. Entertainment at its maximum best. Ginte 1, Caesar 1. Race to 11 for a place in the final. From wherever you're watching, on Q Pixels Photography, on Break and Finish Live, on Peter Chove Live, please like the video. I love it for the fact that only after 2 frames played, we are way over 2,000 watching this action. I say thank you, Africa. Here in Zambia, we say Zikomo. In Zimbabwe, they say Maita Basa. In Tanzania, they say Asante Nisana. In Uganda, they say Mwebale nyo. The Englishmen say thank you very much. Now Ginte may thank Caesar very much, most especially for the scratch on the black in frame number 3. Ginte is one player that has an excellent record against the Ugandan players. He has had, if my count proves me right, I think 7, if not 8 matches against Ugandan players, winning 7 and losing 1. He has, in this very competition for the last 2 editions, defeated the Ugandan Ibrahim Sejemba in the both lives, making it 4 wins from 4 matches against Ibra. At the Grand Michan in 2024, he defeated Senyonjo Glorious, a Ugandan. The 2023 edition of this very event at Billiards, he defeated the same Senyonjo Glorious. It's actually 7 matches. The only time he has lost to a Ugandan was the Queen Sports Club double elimination competition that happened in 2023 at Queen Sports Club in Bulawayo. He lost by 9 frames to 3. Guess to who? To Caesar. The same Caesar against Ginte is on the verge of winning a second frame in a row with just 1 visit of the table, potting red to the center pocket right, and then black manipulated cue ball 4 well, potable to the center pocket left for him to record a second with 1 visit of the table. Speedy and accurate. Ginte and Malawi 2, Caesar and Uganda 1. Race to 11. The image is just a little bit too flashy. It is, like you can see, a little availability of space. The tripod is elevated as much as possible, so it competes a little bit with. There's a little bit of competition between the camera and the source of light at the table. That's why the image is looking a little bit flashy. We shall be watching it like that, but I think it is good enough at the end of the day. Also, there's a little bit of infringement of the second camera, most especially in the YouTube stream. But as for the table bed and all of the pockets and all of the players' faces, you are watching them well. We shall have it as it is. Please accept my apologies. It is space determined. Now Caesar leaves very little space between his cue ball and a red of the two players. Is the bigger name, but Ginte is one of the most consistent players on the African continent. You get the feeling that when it comes to comps, it is three players that are normally at this level, maybe four. That is these two, and then Aiden, and maybe and Jerry, the Mr. Consistent in African pole. Ginte, winner of the Billiards Cafe Classic 2023. In the same event in 2024, he was among the top 8. He was second at Queen's Bulawayo second edition 2023, and yet he was second at Queen's as well in 2024. In 2023, sorry, he was only among the top 8. 2025, he was second because there was no edition in 2024. The next edition is next year in April. Here he is now already amongst the top 4 and leading in the first live final, which is pretty much the actual semi-final. Caesar going for a red portable to the corner pocket top right. He's getting it in. How good will the cue ball be? Frame is finishable. The red closest to the cushion near the center pocket left should be potted next as long as he rolls it in. The frame should be as good as gone. The two players have the similarity of being attack-minded, going for the frame the way it is, maintaining a pattern. The difference is that Ginte does it with a lot more pace, a lot more speed. Caesar taking a little bit more time to maintain a pattern that has gotten him to win 2 major big African comps and wanting to utilize this as a third, but he's getting to miss a ball, and Ginte runs out of the blocks as though something big has just hit him, playing yellow off cushion and occupying the space where there is the red, and having firm control of the frame. 2 frames to 1, the Ugandan Scorpion down against Ginte. The race is 11. How good the Scorpion ride the red against the cushion, aiming to put to the corner pocket bottom left. Beautiful. The rest is a formality. He will wait for Jerry to play a shot on the opposite table. We'll be getting updates of that match as well, because that match will determine who the winner will be facing in the grand final coming up 30 minutes after the end of this match. Action is ending today. This frame is ending with Caesar winning and equalizing in the match by 2 frames to 2. Special dedication of this match to Boss Mindres, who must be watching all the way from Blantyre. He's the manager of Ginte, who is moving him around the continent, has been a resident in Kenya, has been resident in Tanzania, here in Zambia, also in Zimbabwe, and yet he's originally Malawian, playing comp after comp after comp and guiding him well. now to becoming one, without a shadow of a doubt, of the best players on the African continent. And how consistent Ginte has been. When did he last lose a tournament in its initial rounds? I cannot even remember. Every now and again he's in the money.
Give me this other stuff. Give me.
Here is frame number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Some shout out to some of you. Alan CC is asking if this is a semi-final. Okay, this is a double life competition. It is the final of the first life. There is also a final in the second life between Jerry and Royd. The fact that it is double life, the finals of either side of the chart become actual semi-finals because they are only in the top 4. If it were one life, it will be the final, the actual final. So in a double life competition, there is a final like this, which is a first life final. There's also a second life final, but there's also a grand final, which is played between the winners of both finals. If the same player is involved in both finals and then wins both of them, in that case there is no grand final because the same player gets to win positions number 1 and 2. This time around, there is no such a thing. We shall not be having a grand final because no player took 2 places to the semi-finals. That is how competitive African polo has become of late.
Let's go, Ginte.
Gaulando, thank you for watching. From Ginger, appreciating the service. Thank you very much. Corn Adventures from Cuba Polo Club in Nairobi, Kenya. Welcome to the stream. John Samuel Mola. He said there's an object disturbing the camera. It is a different camera of the same match being streamed on Break and Finish Live Facebook. But thank you for watching. Good enough. You can see the entire table. You can see all the packets. You can see all the players. Some of the Facebook viewers, thank you for watching. And Dylan Lovu, you seem to be happy with the network. I am watching the same match on a different gadget. It looks pretty much okay, neat and clear. Malik Sajawal supporting Ginte from Malawi, Chisomo. Thank you for watching. You said this is a match to watch. Cleophas Buana, you said Ginte is a good player. You are very right because he's on the verge of shooting the black sharp to the corner pocket diagonally top right. It is in. And the Malawian gets to lead for the second time. After 5 frames in the match, it is now Ginte 3 and Caesar 2.
Come on, boy. They're saying it's the camera is not clear.
Let's go. We're okay.
Once again, dear viewers, the live stream of this match is on yes, 3 platforms. That is QPixels Photography by Francis Mkoka Facebook, Break and Finish Live Facebook, as well as Peter Chobe Live YouTube, with the same commentary on all. In case as well you're just joining in, it is the first live final at the Billiards Cafe Classic competition that happens once every year. It normally happens at the end of each year. It is pitting the Ugandan Caesar, the Malawian Ginte, racing to 9 for a place in the grand final to take on either Jerry or Ginte. That match is also happening, also a race to 11. Sorry, it's a race to 11, not 9, as I miscommunicated on the second table. Ginte leading by 3 frames to 2, now having a chance as big can be to win frame number 6, which will give him a 4 frames to 2 lead. As they shoot, these players are also having sight on the trophy, and the value of cash that they'll be winning in US dollars is 4,000, not bad money whatsoever. Ginte, I think, has cue ball to put the yellow close to red, cue ball bouncing off the right cushion and into place for him to put yellow. The last one to the center pocket. He takes too little time between shots, playing it with top spin, cue ball bouncing off the bottom cushion, moving back towards the top cushion with the left motion in it. Cue ball is perfect for black. He will be putting it to the corner pocket top right for him to record a 4th out of 6. Ginte 4, Caesar 2, race to 11.
Askajan. 10 tokens. 10 tokens.
10 tokens.
The light makes the video a bit blurry. Okay, so check the comments. Not too much complaint. Okay. But it would have been better. Someone said it is tuning in and out.
After Ginte winning 4 of the first 6 frames, Caesar breaks dry in the 7th. The one player that knows how to win a frame with lightning quick speed is this Malawian. Only second time that I'm swimming a match involving him in the competition. He's one guy I really love to watch, because he does know how to combine speed and accuracy. He's also very calculative of his moves. He knows how many matches can drain someone's career. He's so slow on playing money matches. He doesn't want to play them. He is a tournament player. Watching at the venue are anywhere between 350 to 400 people who have accessed the billiards cafe only for a pay, because there is no way you could afford to keep these numbers if entry was free. What can Ginte do here? Every time he has a turn on the table, he has one thing mostly in mind: to finish the frame. We want now to put yellow to the center pocket, play the cue ball into a yellow touching red, which has been missed, and has also played himself bigly out of position. You get to think some kind of safety shot will do. If Caesar is to win this match, he needs all of his quality, with which he has been one of the most dominant forces in African pool for the last 3 years, to come out in this one match. The last time he faced Ginte at Queens in 2023, Ginte was pretty much still up and coming, although he was already a champion of the one and only big comp that he has won. That was in 2023, right here at Billiards Cafe, when we did not know him whatsoever. He used to frequent in Zambia, coming in from Malawi, but not playing in comps like this. He was a fisherman, as we call them in pool, simply fishing, playing around the venues, some few money games, winning most of them, until Mindres, his manager, decided once and for all to register him for the competition that was Billiards Cafe. He was beating people left, right, and center. I do remember a match in which Glorious Senyonjo was defeated by a guy that I don't know by 9 frames to 1. I asked Glorious, how can someone who is not known defeat you by that margin? And he told me, Peter, the guy was potting everything. I now started putting focus on him, recording his games and how easy he was blowing very good opponents away. Found himself taking on in that double life competition the Ugandan Ibrahim Sejemba in the first life semi-final and defeating him hands down. Then Ginte, then Ibra played all the way into the second life, defeated players including Caesar, and reaching the grand final, in which Ginte had 2 lives and Ibra 1. Remember, that one was double elimination, not double life. So Ginte had to be defeated twice in the final. I do remember it being a race to 9 on this very table, this very venue, same swimming place where I had. It ended 9 frames to 4. Ginte winning, and winning big. There was the next tournament that was to happen in the next 2 weeks at Queens in Bulawayo. The Ugandans, after 2 days, did travel by road via the Livingstone border to Bulawayo, where they stayed. I do remember Ginte following them up the following day via Victoria Falls. He also took a picture while enjoying the Victoria Falls, a picture that is still making rounds on social media today. And then the Ugandan, whom he hadn't played at Queens, was Caesar. They first off in the round of last 32 in one of the lives of Ginte. Race 9 frames to 3. It ended with Caesar winning. He also won the comp, which became his first international comp at the time. Nowadays, he's a winner of 2 major ones, adding it up to the Grand Mchana, which he's defending champion. Frame number 7 is going the way of the Scorpion, potting black off yellow and winning smartly and coming within 1 of Ginte. Yes, after 7 frames played, it is now Caesar 3, Ginte 4, rest to 11.
Let's go, Ginte.
In the second final, the second live final, the South African Jeremiah Naido leads by 4 frames to 3 against the Zambian Royd Kabwe. In the one that you are watching, there is now a 4-4 draw between Caesar and Ginte. Welcome to Key Pixels Photography Facebook. Welcome to Break and Finish Live Facebook. Welcome to Peter Chobe Live YouTube. Turiamareba John, thank you for watching. Charles Pavins from the Facebook stream. Nathan Sibali, you may interest yourself in telling me where you are watching. Supporting Ginte all the way. Thank you for watching. Moxin David, DJ Fariki, Patrick Kipiegon. That one must be watching from Kenya because you are name mates with Faith Kipiegon. Lewis Nzombe, Felix Linje, Mingo Intec, thank you for watching. Bigness Oyen Khan, and then Vincent Morton, you want me to explain the difference between double life and double elimination. Okay, tournaments can be organized on double life but also can be organized on double elimination format. I will first explain to you the similarity, then I come with the difference. The similarity is that both double life and double elimination competitions have 2 lives for each player. Having 2 lives means you first get defeated twice to exit the competition. So all the players involved have been defeated only once. Now in double life competition, there are 2 charts that are drawn for the same exact players. They draw the charts at random for 1 life, then they draw the charts at random for another life. So it's like 2 tournaments are being played in one for the same player. The final is played the winner between chart A and the winner between chart B. It is the same players playing against each other, but the draw is random, so you don't face the same player either side of the chart, though it's as well possible. So The grand final once again is played between the winner of side A, which is first life, and then the winner of side B, which is second life. I hope you've understood it. It's also in a double life competition possible to take positions number 1 and 2 if the same player wins both sides of the tournament. Also, to take positions 1 and 3 or 2 and 4 or anything depending on which position you win in one life and which position you win as a player in another life. That is a double life tournament. This is how it differs from a double elimination tournament. In double elimination competitions, it is also 2 lives, but they all start off on the same chart. One chart is the winners category. Whoever loses a match drops to the second chart, which is the losers category. So there is one tournament which is happening for the winners side, those who have not lost a match, and then the second tournament which is happening on the losers side, which is a chart that is drawn for players who lose their matches. The grand final is played between the winner of the winners side and the winner of the losers side. I hope that you are getting the difference. But in a double elimination competition, it is not possible to take positions number 1 and 2. However, in the final of a double elimination competition, the player that is winning from the winner's side and makes it into the final has got 2 lives in the final. That is the difference. Now there is a difference of 1 frame between Ginte and Caesar. After 9 frames of play, it is 5 frames to 4 with the Scorpion now leading for the very first time in the match. There has been a dry break from Ginte. My friend Rukia Naiga, who is some kind of daughter, I have cleaned the camera lens. Stop complaining on the YouTube stream. You have Tanzania next week, but Caesar has Zambia now. In some kind of way, he relaxed, cooled down his tempo and settled. Did not accept to be bullied by Ginte's fast attack-minded approach, and has gotten himself Caesar winning 3 frames in a row after getting 4 frames to 2 down. Now leads by 5 frames to 4. Looks set to win a 6th frame, which if he did would require something for Ginte to make a comeback. Yes, he can. Kwesiga Ambrose supporting Caesar from Chenjojo in Uganda. Thank you. Bantua TV supporting Ginte from Malawi. Thank you for watching. Kwesiga Ambrose appreciating the service. Okay. Methodist Lamini watching from Eswatini. Welcome to the stream. Kasonde Kabwe must be watching from Zambia. You say the camera keeps zooming in and out. Maybe it is on your side, my brother, because I'm watching on another gadget and my video looks okay. This word Lango supporting Caesarman. I don't know from where. Fitness, you say that Rukia is your crush. Go away, she's a young girl from Saudi Arabia. Thank you for watching. Lexton Selizi, you say the image is clear. Thank you. Pius Omega supporting Caesar. Moya Robin, you want support Ginte to bring this one home. I don't know where. Abias Mahumaza. And yes, Alfred Jr. supporting Caesar. Daniel Arab Moi, you seem to be supporting Caesar. Watching from Kampala is Mahumaza Abias from Iraq. Songami Yongo, thank you for watching. Talent Twandi from Zimbabwe. Kariba. Oops, I thought Kariba is in Zambia. Okay, it's on the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Avagras supporting Ginte from Malawi. Thank you for watching. From Kigali, Rwanda. Thank you for watching, Eric. Minega Lexton Selizi, appreciating the stream. You support Herbert. Agaba Derek, thank you for watching. And yes, from Kitebi, supporting Caesar, who looks to be set to win a 6th frame if this next shot can be good. A roll of the yellow to the corner pocket, upright cue ball bouncing off one cushion in position but not on target. This is big advantage now to Ginte. Frames like this, he finishes them and normally finishes them with ease. This is likely to be our equalizing frame after 10 frames of play. The fans of Ginte at the venue are chanting, a chance is a chance, asking him to utilize this opportunity being granted to him by Caesar, with all of them 7 reds on the table, now 4. Most likely than not, in the next less than 1 minute there will be none of the reds, perhaps none of the black. A truly gifted potting machine, Sanford Griffin. Now having two reds, all portable to the respective corner pockets, top right and top left of the screen. This with a little bit of top spin, cue ball following the red a little. In position to play red and black to the same corner pocket, top left. The rest is a formality. Sanford Griffin 5, Caesar Chandiga 5, race to 11. In the second live final, the South African Jeremiah Naido is leading by 8 frames to 3 against Reid. Remember, Reid is the same player that defeated Jeremiah in the comp that happened in Tanzania, won by Jerry at Q Masters just under 4 months ago. Perhaps this one could be perfect revenge by Jerry. How about this for a shot of target from Caesar? He has a very serious looking face. Which other way besides being serious? Highly likely that Jerry will make the final. Who will be his opponent between Caesar and Ginte? Your guess is as good as mine. Very close match it is between one player who has the best record against Ugandan players, that is Ginte, but facing the only Ugandan player that he has never defeated, and yet Caesar misses a shot and misses that big. Another chance for Ginte. He knows that when these chances come, he'll have to utilize them well for him to win what will be one of his best matches in the recent history. Of course, he has already played one major final this year, Queen Sports Club double elimination comp in Bulawayo, coming second to the South African Aiden, whom, by the way, had to play with twice, and yet Ginte had 2 lives in the semis, both of them taken down by Aiden. Ginte taking positions number 1 and 4 when Wetzi defeated him in the 3rd place match, which happened perhaps after the final. It is the big match that I decided not to stream because whoever was to play with Wetzi for the 3rd place could only be determined after the final was done. Now that was a double elimination competition. I hope you are now getting the difference between the 2 versions, but in double life that one cannot happen. It's a shot that Caesar played to have some defense to guard his game, but still Ginte has sight of one of the Reds wanting to put it with power but off target. Opportunity back to the Scorpion. It is the 4th miss in the same frame. 2 misses big for both players, who are very good at putting on target. That speaks to the amount of pressure that they are having to play against in this competition. I do remember the Q Masters International Carnival final between Royd and Caesar.
Okay.
The final that was won by Royd. When streaming it, Ginte was sitting near the commentary position. I do remember asking who he supported and said very bravely, I support Royd. Now he will not wait for Royd to do it for him. If Caesar is to be stopped, Ginte has to do it for himself. He has a matter of 3 reds, one of them a little dead. The one right behind the yellow packet at the corner pocket bottom left. The one which he's about to play is pretty much good. Now we want to play the cue ball into the bad red. Look at the pot and the movement of the cue ball. Has to be played with power. On target, played into the red. Pinpoint accuracy from Mr. Stanford given Ginte. One of Africa's best tournament players taking on another of one of Africa's best tournament players, and yet one of them has to knock the other out before the grand final. Bad enough. Ginte misses the red. It looks as though the big shot with which he played cue ball into the red to split it open was played all in vain. That one is one of the most painful ways in which to lose a frame, if not to lose a match. Caesar, cue ball off 2 cushions into perfect space for him to win frame number 11. The rest is a formality. There's a straight line between white, black, and corner pockets. This one, even Francis Mkwekwe can pot. Caesar 6, Ginte 5, race to 11. Barecha Andrew asking about the race. It is race to 11. Lexton Selize, thank you for watching. Tosime Matthias thinks this one will go to the wire. Yes, it seems it will. Jimmy Mosanje asking if I am not having a money match against Francis. You people, do you want me to first kill the guy? I think for him 3 defeats are a little too much. Let the guy enjoy his defeats. He needs to train for a few more years before qualifying for any other money match with me. Matambo Bob Bruce, thank you for watching, supporting Ginte perhaps. Kensman, thank you for watching. Yes, Lexton Selly is always watching. Simon Dax, you say this is a beautiful game. Why wouldn't it be? It's the latter stages of a major African comp. You can very easily make an African team and have both of these players on. They are that good, that competitive, and that consistent. Kid Vegas, thank you for watching. You think Ginte will lose by 11 frames to 8? Okay. Isaac Makandla, thank you for watching. Informing us that Jerry is on 10. Highly likely that whoever wins this match will have Jerry as an opponent in the grand final. How good will Caesar's cue ball be? Perhaps we'll want to play it with the left spin. Cue ball into yellow, close to red, not on target, not even into yellow. Looks like another opportunity for Ginte. That is the shot that he will be hoping to inspire, a pattern which will be hoping to inspire him to finish the frame and equalize in the match that he once led by 4 frames to 2 and yet he has found himself losing 4 out of the last 6 frames. How good will the cue ball be now? There's space between red, that is parked at the corner pocket, and Joe for Ginte to pass his ball off cushion and off red. Beautiful, not only potting but also opening up the pocket. He has, however, lost his cue ball a little bit. If he can pot yellow to the center pocket right with backspin, he will be okay. Now he's okay. Now he seems to be winning. The potting machine of Africa plays with top spin cue ball bouncing off the cushion. Hopefully black is passable to the corner pocket. Seemingly yes, as long as he cheats the pocket just a little. Yes, it's in. Yes, he celebrates the win. Yes, he equalizes. Malawi 6, Uganda 6, rest to 11. Sanford Griven Ginte 6 and Caesar 6. In the meantime, it is now official. Jeremiah Naido will, unless something big happens. Yes, Jerry has defeated Royd in a one-sided second life final by 11 frames to 3. Focus in the arena now shifts to this one match, a race to 11, which has pretty much now turned into a race to 5. 2 minutes timeout for Ginte. Dear viewers, you are watching the second last match of the competition. It is the first live final between Caesar Chandega, the Ugandan, and Sanford Griven, Malawi. The two amazingly talented shooters of their countries and indeed of the continent are currently drawing 6-all. This frame, number 13, right after timing with Ginte calling for timeout, seemingly is going the way of Caesar. It's one thing when I'm a player, you don't like calling for timeout, and right after timing, my opponent wins with the apple. That's what has just happened. The black, yellow, and red side of the scoreboard for Caesar and Uganda is now on 7. The red, black, green of Ginte and Malawi on 6 in a race to 11. And yes, again, the live stream of this match is on 3 platforms: Peter Chobe Live YouTube, Qpixels Photography Facebook, as well as Break and Finish Live Facebook, having the same exact commentary. Live from Billiards Cafe, Kolima Tower, Lusaka, Zambia. Frame number 14, looking like a continuation of what has been a match that has been pretty even between the players, sharing the scores almost evenly since the start of the match. Remember, a certain giant, Jeremiah Naido, is awaiting whoever it will be that will be winning the match. Now, that is what they call representation. It were only 2 South Africans in the competition, one of them out in the quarterfinals of his second life, that is last year's finalist in Zamo. The other, Jerry, losing his first life in the first round to a little known player, and then using his second life, play it out into the final and winning the final itself and making it into the grand final, and bigly after taking down one of Zambia's favorites, that is Raid Kabwe, by 11 frames to 3. Ginte has his work all cut out. The black, by the way, is portable to the same corner pocket where he has just spotted the previous red. He has played the cue ball bigly wrong. He applied a little bit too much spin. He simply wanted it to bounce off the cushion and bounce off just a little for him to put black to the corner pocket bottom left, and then move the cue ball towards the top left end of the table, try and put black to the corner pocket top right. He has granted to the Scorpion a very big chance. Caesar nominating for a free shot to play Ginte's red dead off the cushion into another cushion, such that him, Caesar, can play with ease and comfort. That even if he doesn't make a clearance, it will be very unlikely for Ginte to play and put his red with any kind of ease. 6 yellows on the table. You are watching the first live final between Uganda's best and Malawi's best. The Scorpion inspiring a generation of Ugandan players from his hometown, as well as Ginte inspiring a whole generation of Malawian players who look up to him, and they have now started slowly but steadily registering in competitions. It was a full team of Malawians at Q Masters in Tanzania, inspired by Ginte, also having the Tanzanian ambassador to Malawi, the Malawian ambassador to Tanzania around to watch the action. He may want to put yellow to the corner pocket top right, play cue ball into the black, just like that, and have all 3 balls in space for him to make a clearance. That will register an 8th frame 1, which is going to be for Caesar the first time in the match that is having a 2-frame lead. He's getting a round of applause for the guy that is having one of the mightiest patterns of play, if not the mightiest on the entire African continent, wearing a serious face, playing a serious game, and winning a serious frame and having a 2-frame lead. After 14 frames, it is Caesar 8, it is Ginte 6, with Caesar now needing to win 3, Ginte needing to win 5 out of the remaining 7. There comes the fairly broken frame, number 15, with the yellows as scattered as they are. Whether or not Caesar may have put 2 reds on the break, he will go for the yellows in an overwhelming favorite's position to win the frame by break and finish live on break and finish, making it look even closer, even more likely for the guy that has 2 international comps won. That is Queen's Bulawayo 2023 as well as Grand Mchana 2024, wanting to make a statement in 2025 in Lusaka, Zambia. This is his opportunity to maintain a streak of winning 1 international comp in terms of the major ones every year. He has a few minor ones, but these that are open, count them all. Look at the position of the cue ball after playing. That is poetry in motion from the Scorpion, who inspires a round of applause from the Zambian fans. Now simply having to put the last yellow. There has been a miss, a widely unexpected miss. This one will be a big opportunity to Ginte, a big one. I think he wants to play red off cushion and off yellow. There was actually enough space. That hasn't come out the way he wanted. The 2 reds close to the center pocket right are the ones he wanted to play first. This one has to be played with the backspin cue ball bouncing off the cushion, moving into play. Now he wants the cue ball the entire length of the table to the top right end of the table where the 2 reds are. This is it. It looks to have been played with a little bit more power. That's not as accurate can be. None of the reds is portable with any kind of ease. Maybe red off red, one of them goes to the center pocket left to one right. He goes for a straight shot. It was always going to be very difficult. And maybe the Scorpion gets the chance again to take the frame away. He will want to put red and black to corresponding corner pockets, top right and top left, in my opinion. The rest is a formality. Caesar 9, Ginte 6. Caesar now a favorite to win the match and set up a mouth-watering final against the guy that defeated him in the second life, and that is Jerry. Once again, Uganda 9 and Malawi 6. Now streaming to 4,000 people combined on Facebook and YouTube. Once again, thank you, Africa. And if the match grows tighter, the numbers will be even bigger. Isaac Masil Pfizer, thank you for watching. Michael Des says I still good. Okay, Isaac Sekaundi supporting Caesarman, and Charles Pavins as well as supporting Caesar on the Facebook stream. Elder J supporting Ginte. Prophetic Leroy Ngoma, you say that the scorpion has dangerous venom. There's as well dangerous venom for Ginte. At least for now, he can count himself having a pattern that will almost certainly get him to a position where he will play the black as the only bird of his balls to play. He plays the cue ball into the black a little, but little is not big enough. His work is still cut out. He not only must put the two reds with his current piece of the table, but also split the black open in the same visit. Unfortunately, again, Ginte gets himself snookered. Sometime he has been a little bit unlucky in the match. As Blantyre loses, Kampala gains to find red off cushion. Foul. The Scorpion comes to the table right immediately to take the easy pickings of an unfortunate miss by Ginte. Will probably want to play for a free shot, to play the black open. Any kind of shot, in my opinion, which gets, maybe not simply play yellow to the center pocket right, leave the cue ball enough. Oops, it now makes sense. Of caution to play Ginte's red towards the cushion. Now to play and then play the cue ball into the black to split it open. Not open enough. The shot lacked a little bit of power. Also, a little bit of direction. Unfortunate for Ginte is that Caesar still is in attack. He's leaving an angle. Look at the yellow that is in between the three. Once he plays it, the cue ball is played naturally into the black to play it into space. And with a little power, cue ball sufficient to put either of the three yellows left on the table. Some of the beast mode that has seen Caesar become one of the most dominant players on the entire African continent in the recent past. Black, as though it wasn't in space enough, he removes it almost with the plain hand to move it as close can be to the center pocket. This is the best of the Scorpion, a frame that is being won with color and vigor and perfection and class, to create a gap of class between Ginte and Caesar. The Scorpion needs to win, while Ginte needs to win all of them 5, or else succumb to play a third place match against Royd Kabwe. Caesar Chandiga and Uganda 10, Stanford Driven and Malawi 6, race to 11. Here comes Caesar, hopefully for himself, breaking for the last time if he's to win this frame. Aims for the pyramid, the red. Big hit, but there is no big pot. The break is dry. Ginte has a very huge task of winning 5 frames in a row against Caesar. I have seen this happen. The first money match that Caesar ever played between himself and Aiden Joseph in Kampala in Uganda, racing to 21 for $2,000 US, which I streamed on this very platform. I do remember Caesar being on 20 with Aiden on 16. Aiden winning 4 frames all with 1 visit of the table, taking it to 20 frames apiece, and then a 14-minute decider that was won by Aiden. The time that I saw Caesar lose 5 frames for the first time in a match this pressurous. There has been another unfortunate miss by Ginte, this time a little bit careless. Caesar has one bad of all of them. 5 reds is having on table. The one that is in between those yellows near the center pocket right. He will be having it in mind as he tries to contemplate some kind of difficult pattern. If you look at the red ball he's looking at, portable to the corner pocket top right. If he plays it with top spin, with the cue ball being played in right motion, having right English on it, it could bounce off the top cushion and get played into the yellows close to the red. Even if it did happen, it wouldn't guarantee that the cue ball will be fine, that the red will be open, because it would need a lot of power and a lot of spin. That's why he's deciding to play otherwise, now leaving a cut between that red and white, such that if he plays with top spin, the cue ball is naturally played into the red that is in between those yellows near the center pocket right. The shot as well has to be played with power. Once again, the intention is to play the cue ball into the red. Look at the shot, same intention, just like that, but not good enough. Work is still there to be done by the Scorpion, with the intention to split the red more open. Look at the red is playing. Now once he plays with top spin, cue ball has again to be played into the center pocket. He pots and splits the frame even more open. You are watching poetry in motion from Caesar, ladies and gentlemen. While Ginte started off as the faster and more accurate player for the first 30 minutes, the part 2, the second half of the match, has restricted Ginte to being a spectator of a match in which he's involved as a player, because it has been Caesar playing, Ginte watching, Caesar shooting with the accuracy. One big shot in which he has support, cue ball bouncing off 2 cushions. 1, 2. There we are. And can a frame be won this good? Can a match be won this well? Can poetry in motion be perfected this big? Can a pattern be played this beautiful? The Scorpion needing to put one big shot, which he can, even with his eyes closed, aims for the black and shoots and puts it to the corner pocket. And Caesar Chandiga dominates in the closing stages of the match against Ginte, who fought a good fight for the first half, but the second half a distant best. Final score, Caesar Chandiga 11 and Stanford Griben 6. Coming up next is the grand final between Caesar and Jerry. See you then in 30 minutes.
Thank you.